Good day, traders. Hope you guys are good and welcome to my learning space. If you're new here, my name is Dumelo, and in this channel, we talk about everything Forex. If you're interested in trading related content, make sure that you smash the subscribe button. Also, hit the notification bell so that YouTube can notify you whenever I drop a new video. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. So, as you can tell, today we're in a different setup. Today I'm not talking charts. I just wanted us to have a young discussion. And today's topic is the reasons why I think a lot of people do not make it in the industry. So, as we get into this topic, I just want you to bear in mind that this is not scripted. I haven't prepared for this video. It was just something I thought of recording. So please excuse me if I take longer than necessary, or if this video is longer than necessary. But yeah, one of the main reasons why people do not make it in this industry, I believe, is because people do not have a positive relationship with this thing called time. One of the things that I've learned from my dad is that your plans or your goals are much more attainable if you give yourself more time. Because if you give yourself time, you are able to make provision for failures that you will encounter along the way. If you've provided provision for failures, you are much more comfortable taking losses. You are in a better position to overcome those failures. The example that I refer to most of the time is uni. So as we all know, on average, it takes about 3 years to complete a course at uni, right? Some people here graduate at record time, but like for some people, they fail a module or two along the way. And as a result, they get that same degree after 4 years, some 5, some 6. And I always say that, I mean, if we look at all of these people 15 years later or 10 years later, they've all got the same paper. They're all qualified to do the same thing. So it doesn't really matter if it took you 3 years or 5 years, because at the end of the day, you are qualified to do the same job. You being a graduate after 3 years does not make you more special than someone who graduated after 4 years. And a lot of people, I do not know why, but do not employ the same kind of mentality when it comes to trading. It doesn't matter if it takes you 3 years to be consistent. It doesn't matter if it takes you a year to learn all the content that you need to learn. It doesn't matter if it takes you 6 months to understand the basic concept. If you give yourself more time to achieve that, your goal will be much more attainable. Now let's talk about this thing of factoring in losses. The problem that I have with most traders in the industry is the fact that they expect to make huge returns in a short period of time, where you find people depositing small amounts, over leveraging with the expectation that they're going to turn small thousands into tens of thousands by the end of the day, the end of the week, right? The problem with that is that if you do not have a lot of money, you take 10K, deposit, over leverage, and lose all of that. How long will it take you to save up again for that same 10K? What are your chances of taking that 10K to 100K in a day? What are the odds? The odds are against you, because even if you leverage, a small movement against you can blow your account. So even if you were right on the direction for the day, the fact that that small movement took you out means you're going to lose money. And because of this, people end up depositing more money into the market than they get back. That's why you see a lot of people doing all of these account management things or scamming. It's because they're trying to raise capital. The thing about trying to grow a small account into a huge amount in a short period of time is that you therefore create incentive to adopt all of these bad habits that I always talk against: over leveraging, over trading. So yeah, give yourself time, develop patience, and it also helps to lead a simple, quiet life. Most of the time, people start trading. Now you start posting your charts on Instagram. Now people have an expectation or a perception that you have now made it. You are part of the league now. you're part of the big boys. And then maybe you have a win or two, and now you're posting big, now you're posting nice. And that perception that you've built over social media follows you, because on months, on days where things are not going how you planned, maybe the market is not giving you opportunities, now you feel pressured to maintain the image that you've sold to people. So that's why I said leading a simple life will give you peace of mind. Another thing, self-awareness, right? When I'm in conversations with a lot of people, they always seem to be aware of the things that are preventing them from succeeding. Some will say, I do not have capital. Others will say, I'm not patient with my trades. Others will say, I'm not patient. I do not know when to enter. All of those things. Then now my question becomes, what are you doing to overcome that? It's cool. It's fine. You have been made aware that you have a specific problem. What are you doing to overcome? What are you doing? What are you doing? And you see, that question, when you answer it, it does not necessarily mean that you should have a foolproof, perfect idea. But what it means is that you are taking active steps towards getting a solution to your problem. There's no shame in admitting that you have a weakness. The problem is when you wear your weakness like it's a badge of honor. You wear it with pride. This is my weakness, and you do not work to overcome this. That's why I said this is more of a life chat than it is a trading chat. If you have weaknesses in your life, if you have weaknesses in your trading, do not take pride in them. It's okay. Everyone has weakness. But please work actively towards overcoming those weaknesses. There's a saying that I like a lot. You said in life you can get away with having bad habits, but in trading your habits haunt you down. And until you can overcome those bad habits, you are never going to make it out. Another thing that I realized that is a problem within the industry. People treat trading as a by the way thing. Trading can be a very profitable business or a very expensive hobby. A person just wakes up randomly, open charts, draw a few lines, okay, here's an opportunity, enter in, gone. And then they expect to succeed. They do not have a plan. They do not have a risk management plan. They do not set maximum, minimum drawdowns. They don't have limits. They do not know the pairs that they're trading. They do not even know the type of traders that they are. That's a problem, guys. That's a problem. We need to work on that. And to illustrate this, I'll use gym. So in the gym, you have two types of people. Let's say there's Sipo and then there's Temba. They've been going to gym for 3 years, right? Sipo is seeing gains and is seeing progress with how he's built, with his health. And Temba is still, like, if you didn't know that he goes to gym, you wouldn't notice. That's because for you to get the type of body that you desire when you're working out, you need to know, okay, today I'm doing chest, or today I'm exercising my upper body, tomorrow I'm exercising legs. And even if you're going into the day, you have exercises that you wanna do to exercise that part of your body. You have reps, you have sets. And if you execute those exercises correctly, enough blood goes into the muscles that you want to exercise, and over time it grows, right? There's the gym, step one. Step two, there's the diet, the lifestyle. Okay, fine. Do you eat enough protein? What's your calorie intake? All of those things. I'm not a gym guy, but I'm just making an example. For you to be like those competing gym buff niggas, are you exercising like them? Are you eating like them? Are you living like them? And it goes again to what I was saying about discipline. Some of these people do not drink alcohol. They do not eat junk food. So for you to be at a certain level, there's certain sacrifices that you have to make. Now, the problem with Temba, the reason why he's not achieving the gains that he wants to achieve is that he treats gym as a by the way thing. He goes there, one exercise, two exercise, treadmill, and then takes selfies. 1 hour. The same thing with trading. You cannot trade successfully without knowing your strategy, without having a plan. And a plan goes beyond, okay, I'm going to wait for price to reach this point and I'm going to execute. Nah. You're going to have to know, okay, this is this type of setup that I've seen. According to my journal and my big testing, this has a high probability or this is a low probability. Okay, fine. This is the amount of risk that I'm going to risk for this trade. Okay, it's a 2% because it's a good setup or 0.5% because it's a bad setup. Right? You execute that. Okay, fine. But if you treat it as a by the way thing, okay, let me deposit a young 500. Okay, fine. I'll see. Okay. Here's an opportunity. Okay. You understand? You do not have a plan. You see, even when you have a trading plan, let's say you expect price to go a certain direction and goes against you, you already know how much you're going to lose, right? When price hits your stop loss, you are much more able to accept that loss because how you executed that trade is in line with every rule of your strategy. And that's the advantage of having a rule-based strategy. So yeah, I've talked about 3 things: time, self-awareness, and not having a plan. Those are the 3 main reasons why people do not make it in the industry. Let's keep the conversation going in the comment section. I hope to the person who is listening to this, to the one person, I hope you internalize everything that I said. The whole purpose of this platform is to help one another. So if you found value in whatever that I had to say, please smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Peace.